Easy now. So he's John Ryan. I've done it
He's
already.
Jonathan Prince. Doesn't matter, mate. Nobody noticed.
He's John Ryan.
And he's Jonathan Prince.
And we are
very confused. The two Johnnies.
Johnest. That's it.
Mate, on University Challenge, I used to think it's actually upstairs and downstairs.
It isn't.
No, it's side by side, they just magic of television.
Huh?
That's not the worst one, though. Let me tell you, I've done a gig once, and there was a duet before me, two girls. They were big girls, like size 20, and they were wearing stocking suspenders and little peekaboo bras, and they were doing a musical act. But the thing is that there used to be three of them, and one of them dropped out. So this was their first gig as a duo, and they literally came trundling out. I went, and we are ladies. No, you do that bit. No, hang on. No, Sandra normally does that bit, don't she? So, hang on. We are ladies. Inc. No, I normally do the ins bit. It's hilarious. And then they sang, Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Brilliant.
Good, good. I like your rendition. I think you should make
that
the show title of the show, bruv.
Why are we here, mate? Starts off. Why we are here to make the world a better place.
Yeah, man. With the lockdown and that, what is it? Week 3 now, coming to an end. We just figured, I suppose. Oh, first off, I'm Jonathan Prince, comedian, singer-songwriter, also a chemist, working farmer, and yourself, mate.
I'm Jonathan Prince's psychiatrist. I am a comedian, writer, director of happytohelpyou.com. There you go.
Yeah, so basically, a few weeks ago, I was listening to a radio show that John was doing. What was the show about, John?
It was about coronavirus and ting, you get me now. It was an urban radio show. I was invited in as the expert.
Indeed, because of all the work that you've done, right? And
because of all the work I do. Yeah, because of all the kind of mental health stuff, physical well-being stuff I do, they thought they'd have me in as a guest. But it was kind of like proper boom, boom, boom. Like, so what you think about saying and going on with a street thing guy and with that 5G business and thing busting up our lungs? Like, I have no idea what you just said.
So I'm sat there listening to this radio station because John said, oh, you're a positive thinker, have a listen to the radio station. And I'm sat there listening to it, and it made something come into my mind, which was how often in my life, as I've grown up, people, both black, white, Cuban, Asian, from all persuasions, have said to me, but you don't sound black. And I've always thought, that's a bit weird, because it didn't even come across to me as racist. I just thought, like, I didn't realise how a voice could sound like a colour, right? Yeah. Until then, I'm listening to you on radio, and I thought to myself, wow, he sounds blacker than me. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's that unconscious bias, isn't it? I suppose. Well, yeah, all I was going to say is that it's that unconscious bias. And I thought to myself at the time, there's lots of that going on now, for example. You might see somebody outside and be like, they're supposed to be indoors. Whereas you don't know, they're an essential worker, mate. They should be outside. But people are starting to judge a bit more because they're stuck in their houses.
Let's just go back a second here. I never realised you were black. I always thought you were a white German and you'd hired a black man like Milli Vanilli just to give you some street cred.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Milli Vanilli. Whatever happened to Milli Vanilli? That's what we should be talking about. Whatever happened to Milli Vanilli?
I was Vanilli, man. I sang for them.
Oh, mate, with the dreads and that.
I sang for them.
But it's difficult in this day and age. Like sometimes my kids will be watching MTV and I'm thinking, is that a man singing, a woman? Is that black, white, or what is it? How do you work out? It's all, everything's mixed up now.
This is it, but I suppose the bigger thing is to realise it doesn't really matter. What's the music like? Are you feeling it? Do you know what I mean?
No, that's the beauty of it, I guess. And that's the thing about this corona thing, is that it doesn't care what ethnicity you are, mate. It's going to cut you down.
For real, man. Whether it thinks I sound black or not.
It's all right. It's okay.
So, yeah, thank you. So we just thought we'd do this show, really, just to share some light-hearted relief from the lockdown, share some experiences that we've had, both being comedians. I'm sure we've both had the odd gig that didn't go according to plan, and a lot of people are feeling right now a little out of control with life. Not necessarily, you're not even able to plan right now. People have holidays that they've missed, and they want to go. Like last weekend, I think it was Mother's Day in the UK. A lot of people couldn't see their mothers. Yeah, man, it's like it's real, but we could maybe talk a bit about that, promote some positive vibes because there's a lot of
Well, I'm an orphan, so we don't have Orphans Day. Ain't no cards and hallmarks for us, mate. No one buy me chocolates. Happy Orphan Day.
I still love you though, man. Still love you.
So,
I'll cook you a plate of rice and peas. Do you know what I mean? I wash the
rice and
chicken.
peas on the same
Yeah,
plate. Rice and peas.
and I did
Rice
say
and
that. Oh,
vegetables.
oh, mate. Do you know what? Yeah, that just made me think about years ago. Yeah, when like because talking about like whether something is racist or not, it's not always just because it sounds wrong. Like when I said earlier about the like people didn't think I sound black to them, they've got an image in their head of what a sound should be like if you have black skin, and I didn't fit that picture, right? Or my voice didn't fit that. But like I was thinking to myself when I was younger, one of my first loves, I went around her house and she spent a lot of time with her nan. Her nan, she loved her nan. Do you know what I mean? Her nan wanted to cook some food for me, so we
Yeah.
went around the house to meet nan. And I heard her in the kitchen, and nan was trying to whisper, and she was like, "Does he eat English food?" And like the granddaughter's like, "Yeah, yeah, of course. Like he's English, you know." She's like, oh, "Okay." Does he eat beans? Do you know what I mean? Does he eat baked beans? That's the biggest expression of love ever, isn't it? Like she just wants to
Yes.
feed me. She just wants to feed me. Yeah. There's nothing racist about that. She just wants to
But
feed a
we
man.
forget how times have changed. I remember going to Ireland, and one of my nieces had started seeing a black man, and one of the old aunties, trying not to be racist, saying, "So we've heard that she's dating a coloured fella." I'm like, "Well, we're all coloured, aren't we? You know, no, no, no. A black fella." I said, "Oh yeah." So listen, how black is he? I'm like, "What?
Well, he sounds black.
How black is he?" "Well, is he like? Would he be black like Didier Drogba?" I said, "No, no, I don't, no, he's not really." "Well, is he like? Would he be black like Paul McGrath?" I said, "He's probably just about Paul McGrath." "Ah, well, we'll tell everyone he's Greek." Is that
Oh
racist?
wow.
I don't know. Is that racist? I don't know.
do you know? Do you know? Like this is it, man. Times, man. Mad times. Mad times. I was thinking, like some of the maybe to talk about some of the stuff that you've done with mental health charities and how being in a house. Actually, I'll even start on this. Being in a house on your own, you realise things about yourself that you
Oh yeah.
do when you're that like you didn't know, but now they're validated by your missus if like you live with somebody or your housemates. Yeah, I've realised that when I'm on my own, embarrassingly, back in the early 90s, there was like a music called Garage, and the MCs. I'm not going to say what. Basically, the MCs had a particular style, and they'd just kind of chat about anything. And I realised that I do this like around my house to what I'm doing. So I'll be like, JP with a Hoover in the house. Do you know what I mean? And it's like
Do
it's
you do it with the
shameful.
DJ voice? Do you do the whole DJ?
I do that
Give it a
exact
real
voice.
upstairs.
Well, it depends what DJ you're talking about because obviously the wedding DJ is like, and you can't understand him. But like, yeah, I do it with the MC voice, the old school garage MC voice. And shamefully, the other day, I did yoga at home, innit? Never used Zoom before, so put the Zoom on, and my missus is going, "Are you looking forward to it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bit of yoga inside the place, yoga inside, right?" And she said, "If you're using Zoom, you do realise when you join Zoom, like you're unmuted." And I was like,
Yeah.
"No way, I'm not unmuted. I know that I'm muted, muted, right?" No, I was unmuted, mate. Next thing I hear is the yoga class teacher like, "Okay, I'm just going to mute everyone's microphones now."
Uh-oh.
Shame, shame.
If
I was
you,
the
if you
only
did that,
bloke.
if you did that on a submarine, they would lock you up.
How are you going to get locked up on a submarine, mate?
They got a brig. They put it in there. When people start going stir crazy, they just lock them up and put them in a brig. You would be
And you
locked up.
can't. Are you being
Put them in
deadly
the brig.
serious?
You're really, really big. GP in the place to be. Yeah. I had a radio show, and the controller would often say to me, "You need to get a DJ voice." I'm like, "What?" They go, "Yeah, you know, everyone's going to have a DJ. Work on your DJ voice." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'd go, "Look, that was you too. That's a good tune, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bit of whoever." And he goes, "No, you've got to put it up a little bit." Go, "Yeah, that was you too. Sound of Summer." Like,
You
no,
know where that comes from?
no.
That comes from Tony Blackburn and them man there when they were on the ship. You remember him? What's his name? The dude who did Mr. Blobby. What's his name? Geezer.
Kenny, no Lemons.
Paul Edmund. Yeah, them man. They started radio, didn't they? Yeah, on that
And they
pirate
talk like
radio
that
one.
the whole time.
Well, it's Tony Blackburn's the original radio man, isn't it? You got to rate him.
That would get on my nerves. I don't think I could live with a DJ or a counsellor. I'd struggle with. So how are you feeling, Jonathan? Yeah, I'm tired. I hear you. You're saying you're tired. Yeah, and you're starting to wind me up now. I hear what you're saying. I'm winding you up. How does it make you feel? Okay, you want to be quiet now. Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, but before this call, when I was asking you such questions, you were just offering cuddles and kisses.
Mate, that's different. That's 0898 podcast, that one. From more adult audience.
Do you know what? It's funny how certain things during the lockdown have become like luxuries that before the lockdown weren't luxuries. So, for example, like I did this bit. Well, I'll just tell it, man. Basically, now I'm living with my missus. She said to me like, this was before the whole coronavirus thing, right? She said to me, you use a lot of toilet paper, which bothered me because like I've had that before. I've heard it before, bruv. I've heard it before. So I was like, because I live with her, it kind of bothered me. I got thinking about it. I was like, do you know what? I said to her, I don't get it because I use toilet paper, to wipe my ass when I've been for a poo. And then I use toilet paper to dry my bottom when I've washed my bottom. Exactly. She gave me the same look. And I'm like, what's that for? She goes, that's weird. I said, what do you mean that's weird? She said, that's weird, isn't it? Like, no one does that. She says, no one does what? She goes, no one dries their bottom with toilet paper. I says, well, what do they do then? Because they used a towel. That's why they have a face towel and a bath towel. I was mortified, bruv. The towel. I was mortified.
Dry your bum with the bath towel.
Right? I was mortified, because I was like, the amount of times that I've been around a friend's house, maybe eating some ribs, some chicken wings or something, you go to the bathroom, wash your face, I will always choose the bigger towel. Always choose the bigger towel. Now all I can think about is batty face, isn't it?
Yeah,
just like one of my friends' batty has been on my face.
Yeah, that's right.
Mortified. But then now, that whole...
You use the air dryer as well?
Now I air dry, mate. I can't be wasting toilet paper to dry my backside. Like, that's a luxury.
Commodity, mate.
She
commodity, never luxury.
She come home the other day with a 9-pack. I was like, my batty's gonna be dry.
That's one seating for you, isn't it?
I loved it, mate. One seating. 9 rolls. No, man, they were 3-ply, man. There's half a seat in there.
That's luxury. 1 ply too many.
So in this show, we're going to try and run it regularly.
Hang on. Tell us what you're using there, then.
What am I using now? What, to dry my batty?
No, to moisturise, to clean your poopy hole.
No, I'm using toilet paper.
You're not. You're using that watering can.
No, I've bought a water... Okay, right. I've bought a thing called a Lotta. Yeah, Lotta. Which is L-O-T-A. Lotta. Or Lotta. Or Lotta, as you want to say.
Lotta.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Lotta.
Sorry. Excuse me, sir.
L-O-O. L-O-A.
You want to give me water on there, son. Give me water on there. So have you used the watering can yet?
I haven't used it yet, but I want to talk about this as well, right? Because my Sikh friends and my Muslim friends, a lot of my friends from India, they'll use this thing when you go in the bathroom. There's almost like a little watering can looking thing. I'll bring it to the next show so that I'll show it, obviously, I won't have used it. But it doesn't matter because it doesn't get dirty. You fill the thing up with water. Insert like warm water. You you like bite your t-shirt in your mouth like that.
It's gonna hurt.
And then you use
such a watering can. You're biting your t-shirt.
Hold on. You hold the watering can in the right hand, and then you bite your t-shirt like this so that you don't get your t-shirt wet. And you put your right hand with the watering can around your back, and then you put your left hand in your bum crack and you pour the water and wash off your batty.
While you're sitting on the toilet?
While you're sitting on the toilet.
How you got all that space? You sure you're not using a bathtub? How can you reach into the toilet bowl with your hand and a watering can?
No, you're not into the toilet pan bowl. You're pouring it down the top of your bum crack, the water, and then wiping with your upper hand.
You've got to be leaning forward, surely, because of gravity.
I haven't tried it yet, mate. There's going to be a whole we might have to do a whole show on this one.
But you're going to use a whole roll of toilet paper just drying the floor.
Just drying the floor.
What are you doing, man? We can do a handstand. What's going on? Jonathan, you've been locked up too long.
No, serious. I'm going to do it, yeah? And then the idea is, obviously, people will be hearing that now and thinking, that's disgusting. When I first heard about this, I thought, that's disgusting, right? But then one of my friends who spends a lot in time in India, Steve, big up Steve, said to me, if you had poo on your arm, if you put some poo on your arm, yeah, and you wipe that off with some toilet, yeah.
How hard are you fisting someone that you've got poo on your arm?
I thought we were keeping it clean. I thought we were.
But you just said, why have you got poo on your arm, man? Why? Give me an example.
Let's say. So I've walked in your house, yeah, with some
You've walked
poo.
to my house with some poo on my arm.
I've put it on your arm, right?
Why
you go in, what would you like?
Why would you come to my house? How you doing? Slap poo on my arm. What are you doing? Okay, you've made one of your points again, Jonathan.
Right, exactly. I've come all the way to make this point. It's essential.
Holding it.
Yeah. On the train, on the tube, and that whole carriage to myself, and then put it on your arm. Yeah, you wipe it off with some toilet paper. Would you consider your arm clean?
If you come to my house, put poo on my arm, son, I'll put you in an headlock. I want to lick your tongue. There's no on my arm. Why would you put poo on someone's arm to prove a point? Go wipe your backside, man. I'm going to send you. So we start a appeal, send Jonathan some toilet paper. We're going to be going around putting poo on people's arms. What's the matter with you, man? You've been locked up to. That's why you're doing the yoga, so you do a handstand and pour the water down your bum while you're looking at the poo on your. That's why you get a poo on your arm, mate. What's the matter with you?